Houston Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs here. The Rockets get the win. First game post-James Harden era with a 109-105 victory. And it's a good road victory here for Houston. They're moving on, obviously, after the huge trade. And they got a lot in return for Harden. Victor Oladipo, 4 first-round picks and 4 pick swaps. But obviously in this one, Oladipo, he wasn't ready to go in this one, but Christian Wood was, and he had a 27-point, 15-rebound game, an assist, 10 of 18 from the field, and 5 for 7 from downtown. So Christian Wood now, with Harden out of town, I think his stats are going to be crazy good. He's picked up right where he left off last season was Wood, putting up huger numbers even than last year, and the 15 rebounds is big. The 27 points, he hit 5 threes, and this Houston team, I think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to try to prove James Harden obviously wrong and all of the NBA that they could have a good season without him. And on this night, they did behind Christian Wood. And Wood right now, he got drafted in about the 6th to 7th round of fantasy leagues. But he's top 50 in fantasy basketball rankings, and his numbers should just go up more now with Harden out of town. Ben McLemore, he got the start at point guard. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 of 6 from the field, and 1 for 5 from downtown. So McLemore, he's not going to have fantasy value. John Wall, he was out in this one with the left knee soreness, and Eric Gordon with the tightness. So even in an expanded role for McLemore, he didn't do much. Brown in this one, he had a good ball game. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 of 17 from the field, and 3 for 7 from downtown. So either him or Tate are going to start. And obviously one will go to the bench once Oladipo gets over here to this Houston Rocket lineup, unless they want Depot off the bench. But I can't see that to happen. But anyway, Brown, it was a good game. He's a player to keep an eye on. But we got to see what his playing time is going to be and stuff once this trade is all sorted out and these guys report to their teams. The rookie Tate that James Harden punched in the face in training camp, he had a good ball game in this one. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, and 0 for 1 from 3. So Tate, he's been playing pretty good so far in his rookie year. He's shown some flashes, but right now he's a player more for dynasty or keeper leagues, unless he's going to carve out a role now after this trade and all the smoke settled. We'll see what he could do. PJ Tucker, 35 minutes of play, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. 3 for 4 from the field and 2 for 2 from 3. So Tucker here, there's been rumblings now that the Minnesota Timberwolves and Rockets might have some trade talks about Tucker going there. But Tucker, he still don't have fantasy value in my opinion, even though this was one of his better scoring games this season. And he only had 10 points. So Tucker, we'll see what he could do as the weeks go on. But right now, he's not going to have value at this time. The Waba, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 of 8 from the field, and 0 for 2 from downtown. So Nwabla, I don't think he has fantasy value. This trade doesn't help him at all. If anyone's going to benefit from the trade, it's going to be Brown and Tate, obviously, and probably Eric Gordon, but he was out in this game. DeMarcus Cousins, he played 18 minutes, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he struggled from the field. 2 for 8 from the field, and they were all 3-point attempts. So DeMarcus Cousins, he thinks he's going to be a stretch 5 now. Maybe he could be, maybe not. But I want to see him in the post more and putting the basketball back in on some rebounds and stuff. But Cousins, in this one, he struggled. And in 8 or 10 team leagues, he's probably cuttable. But 12 teams are deeper. You hold on to Cousins. Eric Gordon, like I said, he was out in this one with the lower leg tightness, so hopefully he's day-to-day, because I think his impact and value goes up here with this trade. And also John Wall, obviously, he was saying all that about Harden giving up, and now Wall, that knee got up on him here, and the knee soreness. So John Wall, he was out, and hopefully he's only day-to-day. To the Spurs side of things, LaMarcus Aldridge, an off game here, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, 1 of 6 from 3. So Aldridge, this is what's going to happen some nights for the veteran big man. He's just not going to have it, and he's going to have an off game, and that's what happened here tonight. But Aldridge, he's been pretty good this season, and he's a player that could be good the rest of the way. He's not going to be Aldridge like he was in Portland, but he still could help fantasy teams, and definitely this Spur team. Keldon Johnson, They're high on him, like I said. They're going to give him every opportunity, and he's going to have some down games and some great games. And here tonight, he had a great one, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 12 of 16 from the field here for Johnson, 2 for 3 from downtown. So Johnson, like I said, the Spurs like him a lot. He's getting the opportunities, and he's a player that should pretty much be owned in all fantasy leagues because he's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, and no one on this roster is going to take the minutes from him. And he's got great potential as Johnson, especially after games like this. DeMar DeRozan, he returned in this one. 34 minutes, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for DeRozan, 5 of 14 from the field. So DeRozan this season, his assists per game have gone up. His rebounding's been pretty solid, and his points per game, they were a little higher the first few weeks of the season. But now, the last couple games that he did play, even though he just came back again from the DNPs, was DeRozan. He was at 20 points a game about, but now I think he's going to level out at about 15, 16 points a game, and he still can contribute to your fantasy teams, but he's not going to help in three-point shooting. His field goal, I don't think, is going to be great, and I don't know if he could sustain 6 or 7 assists per game. DeJounte Murray in this one, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 of 12 from the field. So Murray, he's the main man here. Derek White, I keep repeating myself, is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. And Murray, he's got the keys to the starting lineup at the point guard position. Tonight, he was off a little with his scoring, but he's going to be fine as Murray and play better this season. And he, so far, has been worth his ranking going into fantasy drafts where he went 6th or 7th round, and he's going to be good. Lonnie Walker, he's been emerging this season here for this Spurs team. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 or 7 from downtown, and 6 of 14 from the field. The Spurs, if they know one thing, that's how to develop players. In the last few seasons, Walker, he didn't play much for this Spurs team. He was learning and watching on the bench, and now Walker, he's been starting and playing a lot this season, and he's producing. And in deeper leagues, he should be picked up and played on fantasy teams because he's getting 25, 30 minutes a game. I don't think Patty Mills is going to be a factor into Walker's minutes, even though Mills did play 7 minutes in this game. But Walker, he's the better fantasy player. He's the better ball player, in my opinion. Patty Mills, he serves well off the bench better than in the lineup. Mills, 27 minutes, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Mills. He don't have fantasy value. He's going to be too up and down, and he don't do one thing great to be owned in fantasy right now, unless you're in 18-team league or something. Vassell in this one, 22 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and assist, 4 or 6 from the field, and 1 for 3 from downtown for Vassell. But at this time, he don't have value. And Rudy Gay, he had an off game. 17 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line. So Gay, he's probably droppable now in 10 to 12-team leagues. I would add him in 14-team leagues or deeper. And that was the Houston Rocket at the San Antonio Spurs Fantasy Basketball and NBA Recap.